radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesianicristo.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone tuning in. Thank you so much for joining us here on INCRadio, Orange County, California. My name is Brother Julian.
And my name is Sister Jaden.
And today we'll be the host for our broadcast. And our topic for today is Meal Prep 101. So for those of you who don't exactly know what that is, well, this is the right broadcast for you because we'll be discussing everything that's important with meal prepping. We'll actually go ahead and get started with our main discussion. So if we could have our guests come on and join us. Let's give a round of applause. All right. Thank you so much, brother. If you could introduce yourself, your name, your local, where you're from, bro.
I'm Brother Rian Manohar, from local of Glendora, from the district of Orange County, California.
All right. Let's give it up for the local congregation of Glendora. And Brother Rian, thank you so much for joining us today. It's really great to see you again. I know we've had you on a broadcast a couple years ago, but things are a little different. We're here in person, and we're not on WebEx anymore. So our topic for today is Meal Prep 101, and I believe Sister Alyssa had reached out to Sister Camille to kind of talk to you a little bit, and if you don't mind telling us, like, for those who don't really know, what exactly is meal prepping and how can it be beneficial in your life?
So meal prepping is basically prepping your meals for the week, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or it can be all of them, either or of your preference. And it can really help in your fitness goals.
Right.
It can help save you money, so you don't have to, buy food every
Guilty.
day.
That's also guilty.
And it can also save you time by prepping your meals in one day. Maybe you spend like an hour and a half to cook the meals for the whole week.
Got it.
Save you a lot of time in the week. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really, really great to hear. Again, I think for me personally, the biggest benefit that stands out is the cost efficiency, right? So, Sister Jaden, I know you're also a college student. You also have experience meal prepping. What's that like for you as your experience?
I feel like as someone who, like you said, is a college student, I spend a lot of time at school. So whenever I meal prep in the beginning of the week, I just bring that container to school, I microwave it, pop that in there for a few minutes, and then I have food. And then as I'm studying, as I have my gaps between my classes, I'm able to eat and not spend money.
Yes, that's very, very important. For both of you, like, how did you get into meal prepping, and kind of like what was that process for you, like, to kind of start into, like, where did you need to do a lot of research, or you kind of just experimented as you go?
I more or less experimented as I went. I have a friend who also meal preps. Shout out to you, Jeremy, Brother Jeremy from Garden Grove.
Brother Jeremy.
But yeah, so he was the one who introduced me to meal prepping. He's like, do you want to reach your fitness goals faster? If so, eat this, eat this.
Yeah.
And I kind of just kept the tradition out throughout the years, and it's been really helpful in helping me achieve my goals.
Okay, so you said years. So how long have you been?
I would say consistently, probably a year and a half.
Okay.
I've tried in the past, but was never really consistent with it until about a year and a half ago.
Wow, that's really great to hear. I mean, like, I'm sure you've kind of created your own recipes along the way, right? You're able to figure out what things you like, what things you don't necessarily like, and you're kind of just choosing from there. That's great to hear. How about for you, Sister Jaden? Like, how did you get into it?
Okay, opposite of Brother Rian, I didn't experiment as I go. I straight up just went to the store, bought a pack of steaks, bought some veggies, and just cooked them. Like, I was like, I know what I want. All I know that's important for meals is high protein, high veggie, high fruit, low carb for me, just to reach my fitness goals. Because I know it does also help if you're trying to track like your calories
True.
or you're trying to measure how much protein you're eating. That's how I go about it. I didn't really do much research on it, to be honest. I just know that in order to reach a designated goal, I wanted to have a calorie deficit.
Right.
Which is, for our viewers who don't know what that is, basically us humans average about 2,000 calories a day to maintain a healthy weight. So a calorie deficit would be eating a little bit less than that to lose weight.
Awesome. Well, that's really great to know. I mean, I'm very, very happy to hear that you're both able to kind of figure out things that you like, and you've just been incorporating it into your lifestyle. For those who might be wondering, like, how do you kind of like plan out your meals? I know, Brother Rian, you were mentioning Sometimes you can do breakfast, lunch, or dinner. But if you think about it, prepping 3 meals a day for the entire week, that might take up some time, right? So for you on like a week to week basis, do you have any like strategies to make it easier, or do you kind of like prep it as you go? If that makes sense.
I dedicate a section, or I guess a whole day
Whole day.
to prep.
Okay.
Usually they are Sundays after church. So I marinate my chicken and I leave it in the fridge for a little bit.
Mhm.
I chop my veggies.
Oh, there we go. Oh,
So then,
I think we have chicken. We have veggies here as well. So sneak peek for later, for what we're gonna do. But as you were saying, Brother Rian.
but yeah, so chop my veggies, and once the veggies are done, usually in maybe like 30 minutes or so, get the chicken, put it in the air fryer or the pan or oven, whichever your preferred cooking method is.
Mhm.
And then, yeah, portion them out correctly. Usually, I try to prep lunch because for dinner I eat fish. And
Okay.
prepping fish for the week, it starts to taste a little weird
Yeah,
after a
yeah.
few days. So I try to cook it fresh.
Okay, that
So
makes
you
sense.
normally just lunch, yeah.
Cool. How about for you, Sister Jaden? As a
Ooh,
college student, right? That's a little different experience for you. So if you want to kind of talk about that as well.
honestly, I used to not eat breakfast at all, which is not very good. But now I don't eat like a meal for breakfast. I just bring fruit. Like I'll wash it the night before. It does not take long compared to prepping like lunch or dinner.
Right.
So I would just wash fruit the night before. I usually eat apples. I eat an apple a day. You know that little saying,
The
an
same.
apple a day keeps the doctor away. Well, I haven't been to the doctor recently, so it's working.
We're not saying don't go to the doctor at all. Though. We're not
No,
saying
that's
that.
not what we're
Going
saying.
health.
But we are, it's a good thing. It's good for it's fiber, vitamin C. I eat oranges all the time. I eat fruits. I love fruit. So that's
Awesome.
always my.
Well, that's really great to hear. It's really nice to hear kind of like different perspectives, right, on meal prepping because there's not one cookie cutter way
Yeah.
of that you have to follow in order for it to be meal prep, right?
Mhm.
Like it can attain to any type of fitness goals, or if you just want to save time, you want to save money. There's a lot of different benefits, with meal prepping for sure.
Mhm.
I know consistency, right? That might be like
Oh,
the hardest
that is
thing.
so hard.
But to hear from your experiences, right, it does definitely take like a certain level of discipline, right, to be able to continue this as your lifestyle. Like, so I mean, I guess leading into like my next question, does meal prepping? Do you think there's any aspect of that discipline of meal prepping that can kind of help you in like other aspects of your life, or what's kind of like the overall benefit aside from saving money, and if there's anything?
I would say so. I would say being disciplined in anything can transition into aspects of your life,
Right.
whether it's working out consistently,
Mhm.
prepping food, or maybe picking up an instrument every day for 30 minutes, or especially forming an office. I would
Yeah.
say definitely it carries over because once you make that promise, it's something that you make to yourself, but you also make to our Lord God above.
There you go.
Mhm.
That's well said. Well said. How about for you, Sister
You
Jada?
took my answer. But yeah, same thing about discipline. You really have to have a lot of mental fortitude
Right.
to be able to continuously do something, especially when it's difficult at times.
Mhm.
And other factors into play, temptations. This applies both to food and outside world.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there are times where I don't want to wake up in the morning and go to the gym, but
Yeah.
you just push
Do it.
yourself. You think to yourself like, what goal is this going to achieve,
Yeah.
and how am I going to achieve that goal unless I do this?
There you go.
Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like Brother Rian mentioned, like this type of discipline can be applied to anything that you do. And it's if you look at it, it's like it's a way of taking care of yourself, right, for the long run. So I'm sure a lot of our audience in the chat, if they're wondering, be honest, are there ever times that you get tired of your meals?
Yes.
I had to step away from steak for a minute.
Yeah. So I guess when you start to get tired of it, what's the easy thing to do? Just switch it up a
Yeah,
little bit.
switch up the protein or veggie, right?
That or I try to wash it down with like, but probably like a diet soda or a coffee, some other drink to kind of make it go down a little easier.
There you go. There you go. So if you're wondering, yes, it can be, a little repetitive to eat the same things, but ultimately you're taking care of yourself. and a little sweet treat won't hurt a little bit, just in
Right.
moderation.
definitely.
I don't think I've ever skipped out on a sweet treat. This is probably why I'm not seeing much progress.
No, no, no. It's okay. It's okay. Because at the end of the day, we're taking care of ourselves,
Mhm.
right? So, Sister Jane, did you have any questions for Brother Rian, I guess, from your
I actually
perspective
do.
as a college student?
What is your personal fitness goal? Like, what made you want to start meal prep?
Um, it's a loaded question. So I just wanted to, I guess, lose weight originally, and then I kind of went a little too far in the cut, which is a big caloric deficit. I got really skinny, and then I was like, oh, I should probably just start eating at like maintenance to where
Oh,
I don't look, you know.
Do you
So
go to the gym?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I try to go same time as you in the morning,
Mhm.
before work, and it's definitely something that's very tough,
It
especially
really
if you had
is.
a long day before and you don't want to wake up. But something that definitely requires a lot of discipline to get yourself up.
Right.
there you go.
I agree. Well, respect to you for that. I try my best to go before class, honestly, because there's less people, and at least I can say I got out of the way. And I don't really like going home all sweaty.
True, true. All right, all right. So I think we do have some ingredients prepared. Now, before we get into our on-air demonstration, if you both kind of wanted to talk about like what are some of your personal favorite meal prep recipes or different ingredients that you like to use?
I do the classic bodybuilding. So chicken, rice, and
Veggies,
yeah, preferably broccoli. That's kind
Ooh,
of
broccoli.
right?
I like that. I mentioned I think like 3 times already, but I love steak.
Steak.
It can get a little bit tiring when I do it like every day, but um, steak is my favorite meat. I think Brother Rian mentioned fish and chicken, so that is definitely something I would want to try. I just know it takes a little longer to prepare in terms of because for me, I like eating my fish baked.
Uh,
Um, yeah, you've inspired me to try something different. So
all right, awesome. This has been a really, really great discussion so far, and we do have a lot of comments in the live chat. I'll go ahead and read some of them so far. We have a lot of brethren tuning in, so thank you to Andy, our CFO advisor. He says, "Greetings to all the brethren tuning in. Thank you so much." He says, "Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday." We also have Vivian Baltazar from the local congregation of Moreno Valley saying, "Thank you for this information on meal prep. Great to hear." Disraeli from Riverside says, "Microwavable isn't cheap, but sometimes when I was a student, it was a lifesaver during exam season."
oh
So,
yeah,
right, we can definitely attest
100%.
to this as students ourselves, right? A lot of students here in Orange County, California. Things like this, these meals, it can help you, especially during those exam times. We have Sister Jenica asking, "What are some good Filipino meal prep
Ooh.
ideas?" So if anyone has any ideas, let us know in the live chat. Someone said tapsilog breakfast.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe we might have to try that out in a meal prep version, and maybe we can do that in a future broadcast. So I think we'll go ahead and get started with our on-air demonstration. Sister Jaden, if you want to kind of talk about what we have prepared today.
Okay, so have right before us a small portion of white rice, some cucumbers, vegetable stir fry, and some cooked chicken. So
There you go.
we have pretty much everything that was mentioned already.
Yeah, we do. We also have, it can be any type of meal prep container, Tupperware, anything that you have at home. If you happen to have leftover containers from, the last time you ate at a restaurant, right? You can clean them and use them for your meal prep. So we did mention, right, we have simple ingredients. I think we can go ahead and start to prepare them.
Yeah, the
Brother
simple
Rianne, if
one.
you'd like to lead us.
Yeah, sure. So here we have our meal prep container. Normally, I like to go for protein first, since it's kind of a priority. And
You got dibs.
I go, yeah. See if we can open
All
it.
right. So as you can see, for everyone who's tuning in, we have a lot of different ingredients here today, or not a lot. We're keeping it simple.
Yeah.
We do have a vegetable stir fry. You can buy this at the store. You can make this at home. This particular one, not sponsored. We did buy it at a local grocery store here today. Has an assortment of veggies. that you can add in with your meal prep. So Brother Rian is just going to be adding a generous portion of our cooked protein for today.
Some say a little too generous.
Oh my goodness.
No
my
such thing
protein
as too
ratio.
generous. No such thing.
Yeah, I like to. If I could, I would do the whole container, but use. Oh, that's a good amount. Do your dailies. Then, so we're gonna use some fruit. Here's some fruit. Just a little bit of that. Get your greens in for the day. Get your fiber.
We'll
in
have
as
to ask
well.
Sister Jenica for her cucumber recipe. Actually, I think there's like some special recipe right there.
And then we have our rice.
All right.
Some say, obviously, it depends on your diet, right?
Right.
But low carb, high carb. I believe carbs are essential because
Definitely.
they
Energy.
energy
Right.
and they help with your brain function. So, but if you are a student, this will get you thinking hard and thinking smart during class.
There you go.
So this is pretty much it.
Just
Portion
like that.
Yep.
Right. So for those who can see, we have our meal prep right here. We have the 3 ingredients that we used, and that's a meal for the day. Awesome. Awesome.
And then we just pop that in the fridge until you microwave it.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess so. I mean, on average, right? I know you're mentioning Sundays are your meal prep days. How about for you, Sister Jaden? Like, when are you able to kind of prepare your meals and all of that?
Usually I do it on Monday. I know that's weird, but Sundays it's because I have church and I have work, so I don't really have time. I already get home late. So Monday after I get home from school. Sometimes like if I want food for Monday, I'll order something from my work. I work at a restaurant, so they have this herb grilled salmon with asparagus. So I'll just take that and eat it for the next day. And then I have my meal prep for the rest of the week.
There you go. There you go. So as a college student, I guess, like, are you able to dedicate, you have a cooked meal for every single day, or you just try to?
I try. Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, Monday through Thursday is when I eat healthiest. And then the weekends are usually when I'm free to eat with my family, to eat with friends.
Mhm.
And, whenever we eat out, it's not always necessarily healthy. But I feel like it's okay to have that kind of balance. People love bonding over food. We've had broadcasts about that where
We have plenty of broadcasts about food. Yeah.
But I have another thing that I try to do is cut down on like getting a morning drink all the time, something like that. It helps just a little bit, both my wallet and my health.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that that iced matcha can definitely add up to your funds every single
Oh my goodness, I'm
every
tempted
day.
tempted all the time.
I'm tempted too, but yeah, I mean, meal prepping can be as simple as this. Now, I know not all of our viewers and listeners, maybe they don't have 2 hours of their weekend to be able to prep a meal. So what would you kind of suggest for them to be able to do if they still wanted to be able to meal prep throughout the week?
I would say make it as easy on yourself as possible. So
Right.
try and eliminate any barricades or obstacles that might hinder you. So maybe have your chicken marinated, or maybe buy like pre-cooked stuff like this.
Yeah.
Or like pre-cut veggies or pre-cooked rice. That's a thing.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, and they also, I believe, somewhere in the world, they also have like services where they can deliver like food onto your door.
Right. I've seen those meal prep services before.
Yeah, so that can also work if you're short on time.
Yeah, there you go. So, I mean, there are plenty of different options that we can do. I was actually just going to talk about like buying pre-cooked foods from the grocery store, right? So if you're not able to have that time to be able to cook everything, but you still want to start, you can start off with buying pre-cooked chicken, pre-mixed veggies, right? That way it does save you some time. And then, as you continue to meal prep, if you like it and you want to start cooking yourself, that's perfectly okay. Yeah,
definitely. And meal prepping doesn't necessarily need to have a specific fitness goal. Some people just like to meal prep just to have their food set for the rest of the week.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It doesn't necessarily have to be healthy. Like pasta, which is very high in carbs, you can always do that. I've seen people do that. Even my mom meal preps, I think, without even realizing what she's doing. She is meal prepping. She will cook 3 different dishes in one day, and then that'll be our food for the rest of the week.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So
sometimes,
you never know. Maybe
yeah.
maybe
maybe
your
you're
parents,
already meal prepping.
yeah,
without
yeah.
knowing.
You just need the Tupperwares to have the individual meals. So yeah, I mean, I'm really glad that we're able to kind of share this information with each other. There are a lot of students in our district, right? And we want to be cost efficient, right? Especially with the other expenses that we have, the economy, right? So this can definitely save time, can save money, everything just like that. Now, I mean, if is there any way that you would want to, I don't know, maybe experiment with new things, or are you still pretty consistent or pretty happy with, you know, the ways that you both meal prep currently?
I recently switched out to chicken thighs instead of chicken breast for
Okay.
my choice of cut, I guess. Definitely more flavorful, not higher in fat,
Higher in
but I guess I am on the bulk at the moment, so helps my goals. But it's also more flavorful, I guess,
Yeah.
It is.
than chicken breast. So yeah.
Agreed. Oh, for me, like I mentioned earlier, I just want to switch up my proteins a little more. I could eat almost any vegetable, honestly, anything green. I'm a lover of spinach and mushrooms.
Spinach and mushrooms. There you
Very
go.
good.
Let us know in the live chat, what is your favorite choice of protein? What's your favorite choice of veggie? And maybe next time we can try to incorporate your own meal preps into our broadcast. We have a lot of comments to read. A lot from Kalini from the local of Lakewood. Cucumber with kimchi seasoning and a little apple cider vinegar is so good. Have you guys tried that before? Or
I've tried cucumber kimchi, but not with apple cider vinegar.
I've had kimchi.
So you get the gist, though.
Awesome.
It's pretty good, very fresh, very crunchy.
Awesome. Sister Lauren Demessa is also saying there's good places to volunteer, helping meal prep for the elderly. That's also, really, really great suggestion. But Kadisraeli is also saying Costco has frozen chicken mixed with your veggies, right? So there are plenty of different options for us to be able to get pre-cooked foods, or if we want to cook it at home, anything like that. Sister Lauren is saying salmon or steak is her favorite choice of protein.
Me too, Sister Lauren.
Brother TJ, he's saying Sing Buon, Brother Rian.
Oh no.
Just kidding. I'm not quite sure what that is, Brother TJ, but you know, we're on a meal prep topic for today. So if you want, you can join us on air, Brother TJ, and sing Buon for us next time. Yeah.
You can sing while you do your meal prep.
Sister Vivian Baltazar says egg and steak is also one of her
Oh my goodness,
meal preps. Calvin saying arroz caldo meal prep. I don't think we've tried that just yet, but Calvin, if you'd like to join us and try that meal prep for us, that would be very, very lovely. Yeah. So brother TJ, also, if you're still watching, why don't you show us some of your meal preps as well, and you can sing Buon for us while you're doing it. Yeah.
Brother Julian, I have a question for you.
Yes.
After talking about all of this, has this made you want to try meal prepping maybe?
Yeah, I mean, actually, I tried it earlier in the year with the help of my dad. It is very easy to look up different recipes nowadays, right? With different social medias, you know, people get very, very creative. Yep. They also make it look good, right?
They do.
It does make it very convenient when they also post the ingredient list, the recipes, and it seems like, you know, a meal you would order at a restaurant, right? Yeah. So I have tried it before. Guilty, I was not consistent, but you know, seeing something like this, it does make me want to be able to, you know, help my parents out, save some money, and take care of myself as well. You know, so I think this can apply for anyone. It doesn't have to just be a college student. It can be anyone. You know, you don't need to have a specific goal per se. If you just want to save time and money, you know, maybe we can try out meal prepping.
Definitely. And also, you know, from my experience, I found out that if I eat my meal preps compared to like going out to like a restaurant or something, or like get fast food, I feel way better after I eat it.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true. I don't usually feel good after eating fast food. All right. Okay. Well, this has been really, really fun so far. Very, very informative. And we had a lot of interactions with our live chat. Sister Jade and I do think we do have some district highlights to share as well.
Yes. So on October 14th, we had our Care for Humanity recently. this coming October 20th, we have a special gathering of our CBI, Christian Brotherhood International, and District Multimedia Bureau. And on October 27th, we have a special gathering of Kadiwa and Binhi organizations. So I hope everyone is able to make it to these.
Yes, that's right. We hope everyone is very, very excited for all of our upcoming activities, for all of our Kadiwa here in Orange County, California. I won't say too much, but it is getting closer to the end of the year, and there is usually a Kadiwa specific activity that happens right around the time of November. So we will, keep your eyes posted. Stay tuned to see what type of activity is happening next month. I think we do have the hashtag results for today. So if we can kindly have our results shown up today, we are very appreciative of everyone that's tuning in, leaving your local hashtag, and getting more representation included in our district. All right. So we are just calculating all the comments for today. There was a lot of comments from the locals of Moreno Valley, a lot from the local of Cerritos. All right. So I'm going to be pulling up the results. We are not able to have them. All right. Just 1 second. So the results, in third place, we have the local of Anaheim.
Woo!
Second place, we have the local of Riverside.
Woo!
And in first place, we have the local congregation of Moreno Valley.
All right.
So big thank you to everyone.
Thank
Let's
you.
give them all a round of applause, right? We're very, very thankful for everyone's support. We hope to continue to see you in our broadcasts. If you're interested in being a guest on our show, feel free to let us know, and we would love to have you join us. Now, unfortunately, that is all the time that we have on our broadcast today. Before we wrap up, Brother Rian, did you have any special things that you'd like to share with anyone?
Yeah, thank you, Brother Jeremy, for helping me get into the meal prep journey. Brother TJ, I look forward to seeing you and hearing you sing Bon for me. That's pretty much it. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Brother Rian, for being with us. Now, to close out our show, of course, we always have our thanks to give first to our executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. Big thank you also to Brother Angelo Aranio V. Manalo, our CFO coordinator and SEBC CEO. To Kahanzel De Jos, our district minister. Ka-Andy Nicolas, our district CFO overseer. And to Kamanli and Daya, our executive producer. Thank you so much for tuning in to INCRadio Orange County, California. We'll see you all next week, but stay tuned for INCRadio San Diego.
This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.